Good morning, gentlemen. It'll be afternoon by the time y'all get this. If you're in my country. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it'll be afternoon. I hope you guys are doing well. All things considered, I hope you're taking care of yourselves in every way possible. This weather needs to get over itself and stop being bipolar. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it, man. I don't like it. I have no complaints, though. I have no complaints. I'm just showing my age, man. Showing my age, because I know what winter is. It is not 70, mid 70s, or upper 60s. Heck to the no. As all the men in my family would say, football weather, aka fall. I haven't seen that a lot at all lately the last several years. But what can you do? I don't feel too bad today. I don't. I only feel a little bit sluggish or blah. And I know that's because of me. My diet hasn't been the greatest the last several days, all things considered. And I mean, if they throw on top, I can't really be going out and getting food because I have to move. I eventually have to move, so there's no point in doing serious grocery shopping. There's just no point. Because I don't want to be transporting a whole bunch of meat and canned goods and stuff. I don't want to be doing all that. But I have no complaints. I don't. I feel pretty good. My head's good. My spirit's good. I just feel a little blah with my body. And I do know that's what it is. And I'm probably still recuperating from the last several days physically, too. I mean, it does take a toll on you. And it's the most I've been on my phone. Gentlemen, it is. No exaggeration. I'm being as transparent as I can be. Since my birthday until today is the most I've spoken on a phone since 2016, 2015. I don't need validation or conversation, and I don't like necessarily being an emotional tampon for people who don't listen to me. So it's drained me, guys. It has drained me. I was so fortunate last night nobody in my family called me or anything. They only wanted to text me after I'd been in bed for hours. I'm not a party animal, guys. Obvious. I don't party. I don't do drugs. I'm not a creature of the night, guys. I don't do that shit. Sorry for the cussing. I just don't do it. It's not me. Never has been, really. I've worked second shift because I used to not really. I mean, guys, look, child support killed me. Child support gutted me. And it took years to get my mentality and my faith where it should be. I used to hate partaking in the daytime. I used to hate partaking in anything to do with our culture and society. I didn't want to be around happy people and people who could do stuff. I mean, I still don't today, really. I don't really care to be around people bragging about their fucking stupid material shit and their finances or their dumb, stupid, superficial lives. I don't like that. There's a reason my culture does that crap. It's because they're doing it because they got a lot of problems on the inside. They're just not addressing or admitting. And it is what it is. And child support destroyed me. And I had to make choices, man. You'll be in a very bad place, man. You be around people that put their shit on you. You really will. And it's mostly men. In the last 15 years, men have changed. Men didn't used to put their stuff out and brag and all this, and you could have friendships or bonds and things didn't matter like that. That's not how it is today, man. And it sucks. It sucks. But yeah, like I guess I really am trying. I'm just drained from the phone stuff. I don't. It's not me. And I hate seeing men who can't see things the way they are for what they really are. See a lot of guys try really, really hard to make friendships or bonds, but they're doing it for the wrong reasons. And they also don't realize that some of these people only keep them around or are their quote unquote friend for negative reasons. They do it to make them feel better about themselves, or they have someone to brag to or show off to, and it's all the wrong reasons. I see this, and that's why I've avoided so much of it. I don't care. Your dumb material stuff and your money doesn't make you better than me. It doesn't. I've tried to be civil before in my past, but it usually doesn't work, man. When people can't manipulate you and they can't steal from you and you don't have monetary things they can gain from you, you get cut off real quick, man. And when I did have to be around people, I know how to be quiet. I don't like bragging, and I don't like stupid talk. I don't want to talk about rap music. I don't want to talk about dumb, stupid sports that got nothing to do with my culture or my color. And I don't want to talk about your lack of tail. I could care less. I really don't. And all of that caught up with me from my birthday till today. All of it caught up with me. My Lord. Sheesh, gentlemen. My God. I spent the last almost decade nothing with no women, and I've had to go full bore this whole week. And it is mentally draining. It is mentally draining, man. But anyways, I hope you guys are doing good. I want to talk about I'll talk about a couple things, but they're all related. And it's men and their health. Let's revive some real news, shall we, gentlemen? Look, I know a lot of men in this platform and other social media, and especially you lost, misguided younger generations. You guys have this superficial obsession with this occult-like nonsense called gym bruh, all this gym crap. How come you guys don't actually listen to the older men and listen to people who know better? All you have to do, men, is go look at a professional football player or a wrestler that was required to do stuff for decades. And go ask them the detriment of all that gym bruh, oh, my deadlifting, all that BS crap. Go ask them how detrimental that is to your health in the long run. Your joints, your bones, your muscles, how your muscles relax, how your muscles flex, the tendons, your joints. It's all true, guys. And I've said this probably a month ago on one of my first videos. When I worked at that country club, I got to meet a world famous football player. And the guy is a Hall of Fame football player, and he's built like a mountain, like a sequoia, like a redwood tree. The guy is gigantic. I got to shake his hands. His hands are permanently destroyed. A lot of his body is permanently destroyed. Some of it, yes, is because of football, but a lot of it was because of the stupid weights and all that other crap. But I'm not really wanting to talk about weights because I've known most of my life the damage by that, and especially doing it at a young age when your body hasn't kind of settled on what it's going to do. Like lifting at 12, 13, 14, 15 years old is dangerous. It's very dangerous. Same thing with doing certain sports as a kid growing up. Like, you don't need to be doing all this stupid, weird throwing and this running and jumping stuff. And like in baseball, you don't be messing with your sons, their arms, trying to make them a pitcher or 9, 10, 11 years old and teaching them to throw a curveball and snap their wrist. You start messing with the tendons, ligaments, and all that stuff in the throwing arm, where the elbow is, and all that stuff that wraps and connects, because you're twisting and snapping the wrist to get that motion of and the seams of the ball to spin a certain way so the ball will curve or drop. All the while, gentlemen, when everybody's pushing all this, and you guys know who I'm talking about, man. I don't really want to put no channel or say who they are, but they can go kick rocks. They're a bunch of projecting loser dudes in their 20s, okay? And I don't care. I don't care. They're trash. All they're doing is projecting. You guys actually believe that they do what they say without even knowing. You know what I mean? It's all gaslighting, projecting bullcrap to make you feel a type of way, so you'll waste your money and then potentially hurt yourself physically by taking their stupid, dumb advice. And they don't teach you the most important parts of your body. There's two things that control our body, and they're neglecting the most important muscle of our body. That's the heart. You see, without the heart, your brain is useless. Your brain ain't getting no oxygen because there's no blood pumping, no anything. And your brain can't nourish and take care of the rest of your body and all the chemicals and all the signals and everything. And I've been made fun of for a long time by my conscious choice to be physically active, walk, run, whatever. But that's probably why I'm what I am at my age. And it was really interesting because I listened to a gentleman yesterday, and he's been around for a very long time. He's been around as long as Lazarus, maybe longer, maybe a little less. I mean, the guy knows a lot. And I heard him talk, and some of the things he said validated a lot of what I've done in my personal life and my choices. Your heart's important. And a lot of men, man, are overweight. They're not in good health. And there's two simple ways to really correct the course. It's simply start walking. Start walking small steps. Small steps will turn into walking into a block. Walking into a block will turn into 2 blocks. 2 blocks will turn into a half an hour. Half an hour will turn into 2 hours. And you'll never regret it, and you won't look back. Because slowly and surely, each day you do it, the next day or hours after, you'll feel better. You'll notice your body, your chest, your heart. You'll notice your skin. Everything gets, it's the truth. And the other thing is what you drink. I've said this a million times. You got to change your palate, your taste buds. You've got to cleanse your palate. Water is water, man, and it is the best thing that you can get. Juices are not good. Juices are sugary and acidic. And guys, Americans are so stupid. They're ignorant. Don't even know why Gatorade was invented and whom invented it and why and for whom. Gatorade was not made for the masses. This is all a marketing scam, and it hurts you. Gatorade was invented in my country for a stupid university called the University of Florida, and it was named after their mascot, the Florida Gators, hence Gatorade. Those things are not good for you guys. They're not. You got to be physically active when your kids play sports. Give them water or a piece of fruit to put in their mouth and spit it out. Get all the juice or whatever out of the fruit. You don't eat it, you'll get sick. But it gives you the electrolytes or the energy you need. I don't need that sugar and that acid and all them stupid, superficial, poisonous things they market. But your heart, the heart is the most important thing. And I've known this. I have known it. And there was periods where I wasn't as physically motivated as I am today, partly because of of work, yes, in my stupid hours, because of how my hours were. Yeah, I had no choice but to be a slave to a schedule. And it sucks admitting it, but it is the truth. And I can tell you the change in myself when my father died, and I just didn't like certain things in my life. And I remember I was at work, and one of the waitresses, one of these college girls, God, I don't even want to get into those conversations, but damn, went to get me something to drink, and it was a stupid soda. I used to be whatever towards that stuff, but I just remember something hit me at that specific moment, in the middle of my lunch rush too. And I just remember snapping at this girl, and I was like, I don't want that shit. Like, I want this and this. And I never looked back. And that's the truth. I can take you guys in my fridge right now. It's full of water. I have cranberry juice because cranberry juice is good for you, but it doesn't have sugar and all that other shit in it. Sorry, shouldn't cuss. But I don't do that stuff. You can always tell your body and what you need or what you don't need by when you go to the bathroom, man. So many men don't realize this. Your urine and stuff tells you what's going on. It's the truth. Like, you got to be able to read your body and understand your body, man. Stop listening to dumb women. They're not men. They don't know. They don't know, guys. Stop. For the love of God, stop listening to these idiot women. Jiminy Christmas, guys. But yeah, I mean, I know everybody's different, and I know genetics play a part. I know these things. But it is important, guys. It is important. You never hear anybody talk about the heart or the cardiovascular things we should do to save our heart and to strengthen our heart. And you see, guys, this all ties in with our mental and spiritual health. I hope you guys realize this. It's truth. It's reviving real news. Like, mentally or spiritually, if you're bad, that muscle called your heart, it gets affected. And that's the truth, guys. It gets affected. That's why it's important not to dwell or to be stuck. I've been stuck before, guys. I've been stuck. But you don't ever hear anybody talk about the heart, especially for men. And this is exactly why we need to be allowed to talk about our freaking feelings and what the hell we go through as men. These stupid succubis and Jezebels and these feminized men, they don't want us doing that because they are fully aware of the benefits health-wise in all aspects, spiritually, physically, and mentally, that it does. That's why they don't want you doing this. All the shaming language and all the guilt and everything comes out. You see, it's normal and healthy to do this. You have to be able to talk. You have to be able to have emotion. The whole gamut of emotions. Anger, sadness, happiness, all these things. You have to be able to. With that being said, if you don't take care of that muscle called your heart and keep it strong or strengthen it, you physically will not be able to handle the mental and spiritual stuff that comes. That muscle called your heart will get destroyed and overrun, especially if it's not strong. That's why, to a degree, gentlemen, a broken heart is an actual physical condition. It really is, and I hate admitting that, but it is a certain thing. Like, I'll go ahead and dox myself on this. My grandparents, look, my grandmother died on Valentine's Day, 1990. It didn't take X amount of months for her husband, my grandfather, to go downhill. And I mean downhill, men. At the end of the day, why? Because of his spiritual and mental connection with every part of his body and his being to my grandmother, his wife. He ultimately probably died of a broken heart. The real thing. That man ended up becoming fully legally blind. I'm talking to where we were making stuff to put on the remote control for him so he knew what buttons to hit for his TV. I can remember all of this, family. You ain't gonna call me a liar. I remember all of these details. And I remember more than things I won't say, but I remember all of it. And another reason I feel like I can speak on this, guys, is I know the shit in my family. I know when people have died and why they've died. And guys, I wish I knew how to do whatever with this stupid phone. I would show you these text messages from my family. I would. I got no quarrels doing that because, dude, I've got the receipts to back up everything I've said to you men. All my family's done admitted I've never done these things. I've always been healthy, clean meaning like hygienic. You know, I've never been nasty or dirty, never. I've always took care of myself. Just this morning, they're bombarding me with these things, admitting how they're bad people, they're heartless. And I've never ever been evil. I've never been evil towards all the people who shamed me and wronged me and been evil to me. Like, a heart's important, guys. The heart's important. If my heart wasn't in whatever condition I hope it's in, I wouldn't be able to go through what I'm doing. I wouldn't. Because all the chemical reactions in my body would have destroyed me. I probably would have stroked out. I would have probably blacked out. Who knows? Who knows? But I know, without a doubt, because of what they've said to me, that's probably a lot of the reason I've made it. Because all the bad things that have happened and everything, I've never turned to no alcohol, violence, or any of that stuff. And I've always been able to pull myself out of whatever darkness and correct course. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm scared right now for my one sibling. I know he's younger than me. But gentlemen, he looks like 20 years older than me. And I know what it is. I know what it is, and it ain't the drugs. They don't do drugs. It makes me wonder if a lot of their crap towards me is because of these things. It's not my fault, guys. You guys have free will. You had your own choices. You guys were raised by the same blood I was raised by. You knew what not to do and what not to become. Why is it you guys did what you did to me? Because I didn't turn to that shit. And I didn't become like that. Now I have to go the rest of my life scratching my head. Do I got to go bury all of you because you're younger than me, because of your choices and what you do to your body? You don't take care of your heart. You don't do none of that stuff. I have to carry these burdens the rest of my life. I know it's different and hard for everybody. Everyone's different. I know this. And I know it's hard, guys, but you got to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere. Baby steps. You have to. It's the same thing like discipline and routine. And don't nobody talk. All you freaking ever hear is the stupid weights, and I'm so tired of it. Like routine and discipline are crucial to your health, man, in all aspects of your life. Your time of bed, when you get up, all of this stuff. Try to eat around the relative same times every day. Them stupid weights, guys, aren't going to keep you alive and keep you healthy, okay? You hear me say that again? Your dumb gym bro crap isn't going to save your life and keep you alive and healthy, okay? It's not going to. There's a reason the Terminator and the original Hulk are as bad off as they are. And the only reason they're alive and talking is because of their stupid financial wealth and their connection to the Baphomet system. That's it. That's it. It's the truth. The only other thing, too, there's a such thing as overdoing it, man. All these stupid gurus and all this other crap. You got to do things smartly, man, moderately. Baby steps. But you don't want to overdo stuff. You don't want to overdo it. Without your heart, your body's done. You ain't going to pick up them dumbbells. You ain't going to pick up that push bar. You're not going to be able to do curls. And it all goes back to you won't be able to handle mentally and spiritually any and all obstacles this system throws in front of you. You won't be able to do it. For the love of God, men, you won't be here for your sons or your daughters. I'm better than nobody. The only thing fortunate about me is I realized a lot of things in my life or how the world works before I hit 35, 40 years old. And instead of, you see, men, good and evil exist. And the reason good doesn't stop things or intervene, because of free will. You got free will and a choice. See, I had a choice to become evil, nasty, hateful, bitter, unhealthy, obese, disgusting, and blame whomever for all of these things. But I didn't. Instead, I eventually realized, you know what? It is what it is. I'm going to make positives out of this somehow. I used to be able to only make it, I don't know, 20 to 30 minutes maybe. I could go for hours if I really wanted to, guys, and I wouldn't even notice it. The same thing with the spiritual stuff or whatever it is in your head or in your heart. It's baby steps. But you got to do it. Because it all makes a difference. It all makes a difference. So why a lot of people, man, I don't understand the gross laziness of men who have these weird jobs stuck in these stupid boxes and offices, and they die in their 50s and 60s, and everybody wonders why. You can't be sitting down. You can't be doing that. You destroy the insides, your organs, your circulation, the way the electrons and neurons have their own pathways and all of this. And none of these people who are all strong, independent, stunning, and brave and make all these 66666s, they don't ever take care of their heart. All they do is consume, 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 repeat, and obey. And a lot of them do bad stuff. I won't even lie to you guys. Like, the last couple of weeks, I've really cut back on my coffee stuff. Sometimes I've woke up and I've really only wanted a cup of tea, and that's it. And I know I smoke tobacco, but I don't smoke like people think I do. And it's funny because my siblings know this, my family knows this. They always have known that I've never been like that. And very rarely in my life have I ever smoked more than 8 or whatever pieces of tobacco in a 24-hour time period. I'm not like that. I've never been like that. I really only enjoy it when I wake up with my coffee, and then maybe after I'm done with my day and I'm home. I don't smoke in public. I don't walk the streets smoking. I don't smoke in vehicles. I don't. But I'm also fully aware that what I'm doing is still bad to a degree. I know this. And I want to kick it. I want to get rid of it. But I also know right now is not the time to be doing that. I will hurt myself because of what I have going on. My body is probably not prepared for me to shock the system with the chemical stuff. And I know this. It would not be smart and healthy for me to do that right now. I would probably hurt myself. I need to address this when I am past this obstacle. The other thing, I probably will never quit. I probably will never quit that. For my own personal reasons and my own stuff. Because nobody's going to convince me that's evil. It's not evil. It's how you partake in it. And it's also, nowadays, where you get it from and what's in it. Because it was here before we were. It's a natural plant. And I won't even lie. There's been times in my life where I've had things in my heart or my head, and that peace pipe, that one toke or that 2 tokes off a peace pipe has completely shuttered and stopped all of the darkness, or given me the mental wherewithal and the spiritual wherewithal to not do it. Or if you want to get extreme, it's just made me shut down and fall asleep. That's the truth. But I'm also mature enough and fully aware that this is not how things are. Things are way different now. You got to be careful. I know I have to be careful. I don't want to get sick. I don't want to get poisoned. More of the story, guys. You got to take care of yourselves. You got to take care of your heart, man. Stop the stupid gym crap. Guys are doing it for the wrong reasons, and they don't know the long-term severity of it. They just don't. If you don't have cardiovascular health, you can't lift weights. You're going to hurt yourself. Your heart's got to be right, and your system has to be right for you to really get into the weights, man. And people don't talk about this productively and healthily. They don't. Again, gentlemen, if your heart's not right and strong, you're not going to be able to deal with so much of the mental stuff and all of that. You won't. Guys, probably going to go ahead and wrap this up here. Because that's really about all I really want to say right now. Stop letting people tell you, man, not to deal with your feelings and your emotions. It's healthy and normal. It's when you don't, you get messed up in the long run. You do. You get messed up bad. For the love of God, I will talk and listen to anybody. I would listen to anybody that meant keeping them out of a dark place, or in some way, somehow could get them to persevere through something. I would do it in a heartbeat. Because this ain't about me. It never has been and it never will be. I appreciate each and every single one of you. I don't have words to express that because I'm not articulate with poetry or words. I'm not. We are fully aware how hated we are and unwanted we are. But that's no excuse to allow our bodies in every way, shape, or form to become garbage and our mental makeup to go the wayside. No. You must stand tall and strong and persevere. You must. You must look them right in the face and refuse, and then come back months or a year later and let them know how strong and how loud you are. Guys, we all see what the opposite gender is doing and what they look like and what they've become. As men, we must not do this. Must not. Have discipline, self-control. If you stand for nothing, gentlemen, you will fall for anything. This has been Reviving Real News. I'll talk to you soon.